Dust remembers long before the iron gates, there was the hill, the great place, hear the heartbeat of the beginning. Winnie stands proud and tall. A young boy walks where the ancestors tread, listening closely to the elders' call. Under the wings of the regent king, the laws of the nation are quietly sold. Not from a book, but the spirit of men, a destiny carved in the bone. The cattle in the morning mist, the dust of the crowd rises to the sky. He walks with the stride of a chieftain's son, with the fire beginning to light in his eye. Learning the weight of a tribal court, where justice is spoken and mercy is free. The roots are digging down deep in the soil, preparing the branches of history. Oh, the great place where the rivers run deep. The traditions of old are the promises we keep before the world knew the name of the man. The fire was sparked in the heart of the clan. in the battles fought for the land out there. The boy is drinking the stories in, the pride of the past like a shield in his hand. A prince of the Thembu, a son of the earth, learning the rhythm of his own land. Oh, the great place where the rivers run deep. The traditions of old are the promises we keep before the world knew the name of the man. The fire was sparked in the heart of the clan. What the future demands, the boundary lines are beginning to fade. The world is expanding beyond the green crowd, and choices of steel must be heavily made. The heritage stands as an unyielding rock, and the foundation is set for the long road ahead. He steps from the valley to answer the call, following where the great spirits have led. Great place where the rivers run deep. The traditions of old are the promises we keep before the world knew the name of the man. The fire was sparked in the heart of the clan. Oh, the great place where the rivers run deep. The traditions of old are the promises we keep before the world knew the name of the man. The fire was sparked in the heart of the clan. The spark is lit. The boy leaves the hills. The dust watches. The long road begins. The dust leaves the green hill, it follows him to the concrete. Johannesburg, 1943, a new arena. Watch the man in the gray suit. Walking through the city where the neon signs glare bright. A young black clerk in a world of black and white. The pavement is a gauntlet, the legislation cold, but beneath the fabric of the suit, a spirit is growing bold. In the office is a Witkin, where the paperwork is piled. The systems of oppression face the unbending child. He reads the law by midnight under dim and flickering lamps, sees the passbooks and the prisons and the miners in the camps. They think the gray suit tames him, makes him bow to their decree, but he's sharpening the argument that sets a nation free. Oliver sits beside him, two minds with one design, to rewrite the bitter boundaries and erase the color line. Oh, see the man in the gray suit walking down the street, hear the rhythm of defiance in the drumming of his feet. Fighting in their courtrooms, turning pages in the dark. The lawyer in the city is a revolutionary spark. The magistrates are looking down from high and polished stands. They do not like the elegance
eloquence that this young man commands. He speaks with British grammar, but his heart is township soil, a shield for the disenfranchised, the children of the toil. Every brief he files is a brick torn from the wall, a declaration to the state that the tyranny must fall. Oh, see the man in the gray suit walking down the street, hear the rhythm of defiance in the drumming of his feet, fighting in their courtrooms, turning pages in the dark. The lawyer in the city is a revolutionary spark. Tries to choke him with its segregation laws, but the courtroom is a battlefield where he defends the cause. No longer just a tribal prince, the focus has grown wide. The struggle of a continent is swelling up inside. He buttons up the jacket, steps out into the rain, a modern warrior bound to break the legal heavy chain. Oh, see the man in the gray suit walking down the street, hear the rhythm of defiance in the drumming of his feet, fighting in their courtrooms, turning pages in the dark. The lawyer in the city is a revolutionary spark. Oh, see the man in the gray suit walking down the street, hear the rhythm of defiance in the drumming of his feet, fighting in their courtrooms, turning pages in the dark. The lawyer in the city is a revolutionary spark. Papers are filed. The law is a weapon now. The dust settles on the brief. The city is listening.
The dust leaves the asphalt. It rises into the air with the crowds. 1952. The campaign for the defiance of unjust laws. Listen to the march. Hi! 10,000 badges shining in the winter sun. A peaceful army rising up without a single gun. They walk through the entrances marked for whites alone, with an unyielding dignity that shatters the laws of stone. Volunteers are stepping forward, signing up their names, ready for the prison cells, ready for the flames. Walter leads the registry, Chief Luthuli stands, holding the heavy heart of a nation in their hands. They pass out the pamphlets, they cross the city line, breaking the curfew, ignoring every sign. The police are waiting with the truncheons and the lock, but the wave of defiance cannot be turned by a shock. Standing on the promises that our ancestors made. Break the unjust laws, walk right through the gate. The power of the people is stronger than the state. They sing the anthems loudly against the iron bars. Their voices echo up towards the distant stars. The prison vans are full, the courtrooms overflow, but the more you try to crush the fire, the brighter it will glow. No longer hidden in the dark, no longer full of fear. The message to the government is ringing loud and clear. Oh, fill the
promises that our ancestors made. Break the unjust laws, walk right through the gate. The power of the people is stronger than the state.
The state declares an emergency. The heavy iron fist. But you cannot put 1 million souls upon a banning list. The suit is put away now, the overalls are on. A leader of the masses stands before the dawn. The campaign is the blueprint, the line is firmly drawn. The old regime is trembling, its moral shield is gone.
Oh, fill the streets with the volunteer brigade. We are standing on the promises that our ancestors made. Break the unjust laws, walk right through the gate. The power of the people is stronger than the state. Oh, fill the streets with the volunteer brigade. We are standing on the promises that our ancestors made. Break the unjust laws, walk right through the gate. The power of the people is stronger than the state.
8,000 jailed, the laws remain, but the fear is dead. The dust settles on the marches. The nation has changed. Right. The dust settles on a football field in Kliptown, June 1955. 3,000 souls writing a dream on paper. Listen to the charter of the people. From the townships and the valleys, they travel through the night. Delegates of every color, stepping forward for the right. Underneath the rusty structures and the winter morning sun, they gathered in a congress till the heavy work was done. A document of freedom passed from hand to eager hand, proclaiming that the future must belong to all the land. The police are at the borders with the notebooks and the pen, taking down the names of every woman, all the men. But you cannot cage a vision when it's written in the sky, and you cannot break the spirit with a dark and sweeping spy. Mandela watches from the crowd, disguised within the mass, seeing the foundation of a new world come to pass. The people shall govern, the land shall be shared. The banner of equality is boldly declared. No matter the color, no matter the birth, we will walk as equals on our native earth. They vote on every clause with a single lifted hand, to open up the school doors and redistribute land. The comfort and the houses, the miners in the deep, a legacy of justice that our children's sons will keep. The state may tear the papers up and call it treason's plot, but the spirit of the Kliptown sun can never be forgotten. The people shall govern, the land shall be shared. The banner of equality is boldly declared. No matter the color, no matter the birth, we will walk as equals on our native earth. Daylight starts to fade away and the soldiers block the track. They confiscate the documents and push the people back. But the words are firmly printed in the consciousness of all, an ironclad design that will survive the coming war. The charter is the promise of the dawn that's bound to break, a covenant of liberty that tyranny can shake. The people shall govern, the land shall be shared. The banner of equality is boldly declared. No matter the color, no matter the birth, we will walk as equals on our native earth. The people shall govern, people shall govern. The land shall be shared, the land shall be shared. Of equality, boldly declared. No matter the color, no matter the color, no matter the birth, we will walk as equals on our native earth. The charter is signed, the blueprint is cast in the dust. The dust remembers Kliptown. The dream is alive.
The dust drops from the open sky into the midnight alleys. 17 months a shadow. The police are searching every house, but he is everywhere and nowhere. The Black Pimpernel. A chauffeur's cap pulled low across the brow. A worker in the fields, a shadow moving now through the roadblocks in the dead of winter night. He passes through the headlights, slipping out of sight. The warrants are posted, the borders are tight, but the phantom of the movement is standard in the flight. A safe house in Lily's Leaf, a whisper in the dark, a midnight operation to keep alive the spark. They call the printing presses, they coordinate the strike, moving through the townships on a vintage motorbike. The security branch is chasing ghosts across the land, while the master of evasion holds the network in his hand. Catch him if you can, the shadow in the streets. There's a revolutionary rhythm in the shifting of his feet. Wearing the disguise, mocking every wall, the Black Pimpernel will answer to the call. He speaks to journalists from hidden telephone booths, broadcasting the struggle and the heavy-hitting truths. They think they have him cornered in a Johannesburg flat, but he stepped across the rooftops like a midnight cat. The legend is expanding with every passing day, a symbol of defiance that will never fade away. Catch him if you can, the shadow in the streets. There's a revolutionary rhythm in the shifting of his feet. Wearing the disguise, mocking every wall, The Black Pimpernel will answer to the call. The net is closing in as the whispers start to grow. The danger is increasing everywhere the shadows go. The underground commander knows the price that must be paid for every secret journey that his phantom steps have made. He adjusts the heavy collar, steps into the misty square, an invisible warrior breathing in the urban air. Catch him if you can, the shadow in the street. There's a revolutionary rhythm in the shifting of his feet. Wearing the disguise, mocking every wall, the Black Pimpernel will answer to the call. Catch him if you can, the shadow in the street. There's a revolutionary in the shifting of his feet. In the shifting of his feet. Wearing the disguise, mocking every wall, The Black Pimpernel will answer to the call. 17 months in the dark. The shadow cannot be held forever. The dust waits in the alleyways. The traps are being laid. The dust settles on the ruins of peace. The state answers with iron. The people answer with steel. December 1961. Umkhonto. Wisizwe is born. The spear of the nation. 50 years of knocking at a non-violent door, answered by the bullets and the blood upon the floor. The law is now a weapon wrapped in a tyrant's heavy glove, and you cannot meet the furnace with the patience of a dove. A secret council gathers as the daylight starts to fade. The policy of absolute compliance is permanently laid. The targets are selected based on where the state infrastructure stands. The pylons and the power lines across the restricted lands to strike the institutions without shedding human life. A calculated message in the middle of the strife. He steps into the shadows with a new and heavy name. The commander of the vanguard stepping right into the flame. The spear is lifted high in the dark. We are striking at the pillars to ignite the missing spark. No longer just complying, we are standing for the right. The spear of the nation will shatter through the night. They pass the secret manifestos through the township streets, while the boots of the authorities are marching on their beats. A sabotage commander moving fast across the terrain to show the broken masses how to shatter every chain. The state may call it treason, they may reinforce the guard, but the spirit of resistance is unyielding, and it's hard. Seas where the spear is lifted high in the dark. We are striking at the pillars to ignite the missing spark. No longer just complying, we are standing for the right. The spear of the nation will shatter through the night. Manifestos are plastered on the walls of the city square. A declaration of defiance vibrating through the air. The long road has turned a corner into a dangerous domain, where liberation must be bought through sacrifice and pain. The leader stands unbending as the sirens start to wail. A warrior of the century who will not flinch or fail. Seas where the spear is lifted high in the dark. We are striking at the pillars to ignite the missing spark. No longer just complying, we are standing for the right. The spear of the nation will shatter through the night. Seas where the spear is lifted high in the dark. We are striking at the pillars to ignite the missing spark. No longer just complying, we are standing for the right. The spear of the nation will shatter through the night. Will shatter through the night. The explosions echo. The choice is made. There is no turning back. The dust settles on the dynamic wire. The spear is sharp. The dust settles on the doorstep of Orlando West. He is in the shadows, but she is in the glare. Constant raids, silent nights. Listen to the vigil of the steady heart.
Sirens wail down the township street, the heavy boots at the kitchen door. They scatter the papers, they tear the sheets, leaving the glass upon the floor. She stands unbending in the midnight cold, two little daughters held to her side. They think that a woman left on her own will break from the terror and run to hide. But the blood of the ancestors runs through her veins, a warrior spirit alive in the dark, holding the house while the master is gone, guarding the embers to rescue the spark. The banning orders arrive with the dawn, restricting her movements, controlling her speech, isolating her soul from the masses of men, putting the world far out of her reach. They watch every window, they follow a car, they look for a slip or a single mistake, but the strength of her shoulder is carrying more than all of their iron bars ever could break. Let her rise miles from a hidden location. No name on the paper, no mark on the seal. A brief fleeting moment of love in the war, giving her spirit the texture of steel. Cold wind blows. The strength of the woman is the river that flows. They can restrict the voice, they can close the gate, but the vigil of love is stronger than hate.
She walks through the market with her head held high, a symbol of defiance for all who can see. The neighbors look on with a pride in their eyes, whispering words of what's chosen to be. No longer just a wife, waiting in silence. He's part of the vanguard that stands in the fray, a voice for the band and a shield for the jailed, fighting the tyranny day after day. They can drag her away to a desolate town, throw her in cells where the concrete is bare, but the message of freedom is locked in her mind, and they cannot erase what is permanently there. Oh, watch through the night while the cold wind blows. The strength of the woman is the river that flows. They can restrict the voice, they can close the gate, but the vigil of love is stronger than hate. The twilight is fading on Orlando West. The shadows are stretching across the old floor. She sits by the lantern and listens to time, wondering what is approaching the door. The price of the struggle is heavy and high, a family fractured, a life torn apart, but the flame of resistance is fiercely preserved in the deep, unyielding vaults of the heart. She buttons the coat against the winter frost, looking out towards the dark city square. An unbending mother, a soldier of light, breathing the cold and revolutionary air. Oh, watch through the night, oh, while the cold wind blows. The strength of the woman is the river that flows. They can restrict the voice, they can close the gate, but the vigil of love is stronger than hate. Oh, watch through the night, oh, while the cold wind blows. The strength of the woman is the river that flows. They can restrict the voice, they can close the gate, but the vigil of love is stronger than hate. The house is quiet. The police cars wait. The vigil continues.
The dust settles on the empty chair.
The flame remains lit.
The dust settles on the wooden benches of the Palace of Justice, October 1963. State versus Nelson Mandela and others. The gallows are waiting. Listen to the voice from the dock. The
indictment is read in the quiet of the hall. 10 men in the dock with their backs to the wall. The prosecutor demands that the state take their lives, to silence the movement, to shatter the wives. But the first of the accused steps up to the stand, with the moral authority of the whole land. No denial of the sabotage, no running from the deed. He speaks for the masses, he speaks for the seed. For 3 long hours, the courtroom is still as he matches their hatred with an unbending will, explaining the grievance, the past and the pain, turning the trial into a break in the chain.
I have fought against white domination. I have fought against the black.
From the path of true democracy,
I will never turn back.
it's an ideal of freedom where we live in harmony. And if it needs my life, I will die to set us free. The journalists are writing every word that he says. The message is traveling through the world's pathways. The diplomats listen, the judges turn cold, faced with a spirit so massive and bold. They wanted a criminal cowering in fear, but they found a statesman whose vision is clear.
I have fought against white domination. I have fought against the black.
From the path of true democracy,
I will never turn back.
it's an ideal of freedom where we live in harmony. And if it needs my life, I will die to set us free. The speech is completed. The silence is deep. A covenant made that the nation will keep. The robes of the court cannot alter the truth. The legacy is planted in the hearts of the youth. He steps from the microphone, buttons the coat, leaving the words that the centuries quote.
I have fought against white domination. I have fought against the black.
From the path of true democracy, I will never turn back.
It's an ideal of freedom
Where we live in harmony.
and if it needs my life,
I will die to set us free.
I have fought against white domination.
I have fought against the black.
I have fought against the black.
From the path of true democracy, the path of true democracy, I will never turn back.
It's an ideal of freedom
Where we live in harmony.
and if it needs my life,
I will die to set us free. The speech is entered into history. The judgment approaches. The dust settles on the empty dock. The words remain unbending.
dust settles on the black robes of the bench. June 12, 1964. The verdict is life, not death, but a lifetime in the dark. Listen to the heavy sentence. The courtroom is packed from the floor to the high stone wall. A breathless silence hangs over one and all. The judge clears his throat, his eyes fixed down on the page, passing the judgment that will echo through the ages. Life on the island, away from the warmth of the sun. A calculated sentence to ensure the movement is done. But there is no flinching in the dock where the leaders stand. They look back at the bench with the dignity of the land. Nelson turns to the crowd with a calm and steady smile, knowing the struggle must survive every heavy mile. A sudden shout of a mandla rips through the public gallery air. A defiant roar of the people that shatters the silence there.
Though you sentence the flesh, the spirit will never bow. The promise of freedom is an unyielding sacred vow. Lock us away from the sight of the open sky. The dream of the nation is a fire that will never die. They lead them down to the cells beneath the courtroom floor, while the singing of the crowds echoes outside the heavy door. Nkosi Sikeleli Africa swells up from the pavement stones, a majestic anthem vibrating through the system's bones. Handcuffs clink in the dark as the iron chains are set. A moment of historical destiny that the world will never forget. Though you sentence the flesh, the spirit will never bow. The promise of freedom is an unyielding sacred vow. Lock us away from the sight of the open sky. The dream of the nation is a fire that will never die.
The prison van is waiting in the cold and misty square to transport the vanguard away from the urban air. The gavel is fallen, the heavy judicial gates are closed, but the moral baseline of the struggle stands exposed. They step into the vehicle, unbending and complete, a sovereign vanguard that refuses to accept defeat.
Though you sentence the flesh, the spirit will never bow. The promise of freedom is an unyielding sacred vow. Lock us away from the sight of the open sky. The dream of the nation is a fire that will never die. Though you sentence the flesh, the spirit will never bow.
is a fire that will never die. The gates of Pretoria close. The long transit begins. The dust settles in the empty courtroom. The sentence to the heavy sentence.
The dust leaves the mainland. It settles on the cold slate of the island. June 1964. Maximum security, Section B. Listen to the turning of the key. Stripped of the clothes, stripped of the name, the state has decreed the end of the game. A khaki uniform, a number on the chest, 46664, put away with the rest. The cell is 7 feet of damp and gray stone. A mattress on the floor where he must lie alone. The walls are 7 feet from the corner to the door. The shadow of the bars cast across the concrete floor. The prison guards are watching through the small iron grate, enforcing the silence, administering the hate. But the mind cannot be shackled by their heavy design. The sovereign commander is just measuring the time. Turn the iron key, lock the heavy door. The body is confined on the island shore, but the fire in the heart cannot be put away. The vanguard is waiting for the breaking of the day. The ocean is roaring outside the high stone wall. A barrier of water separates one and all. No letters from the children, no voices from the street. A calculated silence to ensure a deep defeat. But Walter's in the cell, just down along the tier. The brotherhood of struggle keeps the vision crystal clear. Turn the iron key, lock the heavy door. The body is confined on the island shore, but the fire in the heart cannot be put away. The vanguard is waiting for the breaking of the day. The night is long in the isolation square. The frost is creeping in through the open window air. The suit is gone forever, the courtroom is a ghost. The leader is a prisoner on a desolate coast. But the bass line is steady, the spirit remains whole. The iron of the cell cannot penetrate the soul. Turn the iron key, lock the heavy door. The body is confined on the island shore, but the fire in the heart cannot be put away. The vanguard is waiting for the breaking of the day. Turn the iron key, lock the heavy door.
is waiting for the breaking of the day.
The cell is locked. The island is quiet. The long wait begins. The dust settles on the limestone block. Volume 1 is complete.